I'm curious about this. Ben wrote down about your time on Horace and Pete.
Oh, I was dying to know.
Good question.
Yeah, my favorite show by far.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's a dark one.
Yes, it's dark, but it's so funny. It's both, It's very unique.
He thinks
Pretty
like
underrated.
Wolf of Wall Street sucks. Anything that's not like a
Don't kill me.
depressing fucking thing, he thinks it's terrible.
Interesting.
I also worked in that, so it's,
But yeah,
it's a weird thing. Yeah.
Horace and Pete, obviously fucking awesome. And I feel like that show reflected a time in your career. And correct me where like it started seeming really real on for what you were doing.
I mean, just long story short, I was hungover one night at the Cellar. This is before all the canceling and stuff. I'm at the Cellar. It's like 1 a.m, and it was just me and Louis at the table. This is like Louis, Emmy-winning, best show on TV, biggest comic, brilliant comedy mind, blah blah blah. And I don't know him at all. We've never met. And we kind of start chatting, and he goes, "How many sets you do tonight?" I was like, this is back when I was a psycho. I was like, "I did 6." He's like, 6 sets? He's like, "Can you give me the emails? I want to do these bar shows and like really get back into it." And I was like, "Sure." So then the next day, he messages me. I'm hungover. Like 2 days later, I'm hungover, and it's a text from him going, "What are you doing right now? Can you come over?" And I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Wow.
Then he jerked off. No.
You gotta go for it.
You gotta do it once. It's
But that's that must be the coolest.
It was insane.
Moment in the world, like
unbelievable. Just that number, you're like, ah.
Right. If Louis texted me and literally said, "Can you come over? I'm gonna come on your face." I would get the fastest Uber. I'd be canceling 3-minuters. I'd be like, "You gotta get here now."
Right.
Like just out of respect for the gods,
Exactly. And this is when he was the guy. So, like, I was like, sure. And I remember being like, oh, I'm so hungover. But I just pushed through. I chugged some coffee. And he happened to live like 5 blocks away. I ran over there. I hit the buzzer. Now I'm at his home, which is insane.
Yeah.
His assistant opens the door. And I look in. It's Edie Falco, Alan Alda, and Steve Buscemi, and Kurt Metzger, and a couple other people. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, Louis was one thing, but now it's like celebrities. It's Sopranos.
Yeah. They're all standing around Kurt Metzger like, we're such huge fans.
Yeah. So I go in. He's like, "Hey, come on! I'm writing this thing. I want you to read for a part." And I'm like, "Ah!" So now I'm sitting across from Alan Alda on Louis' like breakfast table, and he's like, "You cocksucking piece of shit!" And I'm like,
right.
"Yeah." And I'm just trying to. I can't act. Right. And I'm just trying to hang and not shit myself. So the whole day was insane. And I remember I left there and I just like skipped around the neighborhood for like an hour. Like, oh my God,
Don't you feel like you almost want to like tell everybody?
Yeah.
You're ordering a coffee and they're like, how do you want it? You're like, black, just like the actor I was working with.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible. Out of your whole career so far, is there a moment that you're like, that was the coolest thing ever, or like that you're most proud of?
Well, the Seinfeld moment was pretty great. I was at Gotham. He shows up, and you're at Gotham. Seinfeld shows up. You're kind of like, well, fuck, there goes my night. He's gonna do 20. Now it's gonna throw off my whole night.
It smells like Jew in here.
Yeah. So then he goes up and he does well, and then he gets off stage, and I go on, and I brought the heat because they all get up to piss. They see Jerry, they're done. Right. I'm a nobody, and so I bring the heat, and I had a good set, and it was a Merrill Lynch benefit, so you had to be clean.
Oh my Lord.
So I killed with clean material. All the stars aligned. I get off stage, I'm feeling pretty good, and he goes, "Hey, good set," and I go, I thought he would have left by now. I thought he was back in his Porsche. And he goes, "Hey, good set." I go, "Oh my God, you saw that?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm a fan." And I go, "What?" Right. He goes, "I saw you on the Tonight Show. Let's go hang." And we hung out in the green room for like an hour. I got his phone number. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And again, I skipped around town after that too.
I mean, that's fucking awesome, man.